Hey everybody. So I've decided to finally do my what do you want to call it? I've seen top 10 things that you should do or top whatever 20. I'm going to go through what I think is a good start. My ideas as to what you should or shouldn't do in the beginning of this game. How to level a guy as fast as possible. I'm not going to be keeping this character. I have anyone that's watched my Let's Play series and it's led you here, or if you're just new to the channel, I have two characters. I have a bow, basically a spect hunter bow builder, and then the same thing but a gun. I never did go with any of the melee weapons. Not that they're not any good. No, don't take it that way. I've just later game, I find I do things at a distance. That could be just the way I play. I'm not absolutely, 100% sure on that. It just seems to be. I think I'll go orange this time. No, I don't want to call him Tast. Let's call him. Let's call him Newbie. So when starting this game, which is what this video is targeted at, I of course have been playing this game for a very long time. You will start, and then you could start open world, you could start outposts. I'm going to go with the missions. I strongly suggest Olympus, not Styx. Styx is for advanced. Styx is for when you know what you're doing. There's different monsters there. They're a little harder. There is more instances of, say, bear spawns and wolf spawns in that one. So Olympus. Now, when you're starting out, you will not have this tree like I do. You will not have that stuff concluded. You will have this very first mission. I don't remember anymore because it's been far too long as to where you would start when this tree finally became available. In the beta, I believe we went through, I don't remember how many weeks. I'll be honest with you, I don't remember. But it was week 1, we did something. 2 weeks later, we did another something. 2 weeks after that, and then 2 weeks after that. And we did that for quite a while in the beta. And it was a lot of fun. And then they expanded on this tree. So I'm going to go for beachhead recon. And the reason I'm going to do it is because this is where you're going to start. This is where you're going to get dropped. You will move from beachhead to live wire. Now, I've got them all. Okay, or not all of them, but I got a lot of them. And we, of course, worked our way all the way up the chain. You're going to need stuff like deep vein extraction if you're going to want to get exotics. That would be the other currency you saw up in the upper right-hand corner or left-hand corner. The other one you're going to want is payday extraction. You'll be able, that's the other exotics. One is for like a mining deposit. You won't, if you're new to the game, you won't know what I'm talking about, which is fine. It's no big deal. Exotics are something that's going to come later in the game. You're going to need to be at least, I do believe, 20th level to get tier 3. You'll know what I'm talking about pretty quick here. So I'm not taking anything because you won't have anything. So I have a whole loadout. I got a bunch of stuff that I can take. But I'm just going to go with what you would land with because that's kind of what this guide's all about. It's pretty much how to start, where to start, how to do things. So let's get through this, and I'll try to give you the first 20 levels, maybe. As we go through this, there are so many different choices to make. There's so many different things you can do. I'm also about to skip the landing just because it's loud, and I don't think I need to go through the landing. Hey everybody, so we've landed.
Welcome to Icarus.
First things first, while Saul talks, figure out where I am.
Call me Saul.
I am between the two lakes.
Looks like paradise.
The first thing I'm going to show you And I've linked the
The air's
description of this
poison.
in the map down below.
Wildlife's out to kill you. And the weather's like nothing you've ever seen. You'll need to make yourself some shelter
Is
soon
the
enough,
Icarus map.
but
This
you know
comes
what
from
you're
Icarus
doing,
Intel.
right?
And when you first get it, it's
That's
going to
why
look
you
like
came
this.
all the way out here.
So I'd like
from
you to
dropping
turn
with
off the
nothing.
exotic deposits.
'Cause
I'd
you
like you to
could.
turn off the deep mining deposits.
UDA
I'd like you to turn off
wants
the
you to
geysers
show you
and
understand
sun
the
geysers.
basics
Keep the grids.
before they send
I
you
don't have
anywhere
plants on.
really dangerous.
This looks a lot easier
So get
to deal
acquainted.
with.
Then head back up when
You'll
you're
notice
ready.
on here
Best of
you can
luck,
left
friend.
click, which
Stay
means
safe.
activate a map or unactivate a map. You'll notice that we landed right in this area, L12. It's a nice distance. I could go to this lake, and I could build around there. You need a water source. I'm going to go to this lake, and I'm going to build around here. It's got a very simple mine, but a rank 1 mine has, well, in this case, about 21 ore, but it has very few worms. A rank 2 mine has more ore, 27, but it also has more worms, and 1 is not correct on that mine. Then there's star mines, or rank 3 mines. There's about 50 in there. And then there's about 67 in there. So I'm going to build my house around this lake, which means I'm going to trek north. On this map, or on this left-hand side, by the way, you get it by pushing this, you can choose your mission. Okay. If you choose your mission, in which case we are going through the recon forest zone. And so, if they even give it, it's probably too new. Recon, it isn't in here. Recon forest zone. You can choose your mission. If you do, let's just take any mission. Incursion scan. It will change the map, and it will show you what portion of the map you can play on. It will show you where you land, where, say, a box is needed that you need to go get. It'll show you the boundaries of your current mission. It will show you stuff you need to get to. As you do up your mission, if you complete a mine, you can put a red marker on it so that you don't go back to the mine. This is an invaluable piece of... my screen just went black because I'm going back to our mission and to where we're at. Just to have a map. Okay, I'm probably unblacked the screen now. Okay, so I've landed here. I am going to take a bit of a trek, and I am going to go north. While I'm going north, I'm going to hold my F button down, and I'm going to gather plants. I can't hunt yet. Oh, that is not what I wanted to meet. So I'm going to run away from the wolf. And he didn't see me. I am so lucky. Right now, I don't have anything to hunt him with. Sticks, stones, these are all good things to pick up. And when you get enough of them, which I think I now do, you can come to your crafting and you can craft a stone pickaxe. Now, you want the stone pickaxe, you do not want the axe yet. Good reason, you need more stone. You need stone first to be able to pick the rest of anything else. So, find yourself the nearest rock. Looks like we got good weather for about a day and a half here. I'm looking at my 3-day forecast, and it's all looking pretty good. They give you pretty good weather in this first mission. Believe me, that weather will get nasty. When those little twirlies get red, it will tear down your wood building without a problem. You'll need stone by that time, but that's far into the future. 23, 24. While mining, you'll notice you're getting 30 experience per hit, sometimes 60. It depends upon how much you're grabbing. A critical hit on a rock will gather you more stone. So when you, and now I'm going to make the stone axe. That'll go into my hotbar. While I'm here, there is something that you need to do. It's in your settings. It's in your controls. And it's down here under, next one down. It's under drop item. Yours will be Q. For anybody that's ever played a game, you're using your WASD buttons to move. Q is not the place for drop item. I moved mine over to K. That's a decent place for it. There's many different places on your keyboard, somewhere away from the WASD buttons. You're going to be using control to crouch. I would move that button. I would do so now as I'm moving north. I'm gathering trees. I've almost leveled my first level. As I find plant life, like a carrot, I'm going to gather it. I'm going to leave quite a few of the other ones alone. Carrots are a favorite of mine. But basically, I'm going to meander my way north. There are berry bushes, so I'm going to gather berries. I'm actually going to eat the berries. I'm going to leave the carrots alone for now. Carrots are, they add 30 to your health. They're 20 food when consumed, so they're good food. They're better than a wild berry. As far as the immediate benefit you get, you can just mouse over and gain the benefits, and you see the benefits you get. I'm going to eat the berries because they give me stamina, and I do need food. But I'm going to cook the carrots. I'm going to cook them in a fireplace. So I want to keep as many as I can.
With new skills,
when I find carrot outcroppings, which I know what they look like. They're these light green plants. I can see them from a distance. So gather the carrots, berries, berry bushes are good, and I'm gathering every other bush I can because I want the fiber from that. And one more, yeah. Okay, so yeast is good, but not yet. So I'm not going to bog down my inventory. Yeah, I got lots of room, no problem, but I'm not going to bog down my inventory with stuff that I don't have a purpose for yet. Yeast is used in cooking bread later on. It's used in the herbalism bench for making you medicinal tonics and stuff. Keep going as I come down to the lake here. I see the lake off in the distance. Don't need too many to stop for too many sticks and rocks anymore. Because I have a pickaxe, I can mine a rock. It's more right now about the fiber. And as soon as I get to this lake, I'm going to show you why. Along the way, I'm also looking for oxite. And I just see one. Oxite will usually be a node off the side of rocks, hills, cliff sides. You want to mine that. You'll notice, once again, just like the rock, I'm getting 30 and 60 depending upon critting. So as anytime I crit, I get 60 experience, otherwise I get 30. Now, for the first little bit of this game, it's all about the experience. It's all about trying to maximize the amount of experience you're getting. You should be able to walk out of this first mission getting, well, I've got the gather sticks, stones off the ground, fiber, craft yourself a stone axe. Okay, cool, got that part. I'm going to gather more. These ferns on the ground, they're actually some of the best. If I was to watch my amount of fiber I'm getting, you get a lot off them, a lot more than the trees. But the trees and the bushes give you sticks, so there's nothing wrong with that. Sulfur. Nothing wrong with sulfur. I am going to donate. I'm watching my amount. I'm not going to get over 50 because I don't want to have too many spots taken up in my inventory of sulfur. But I am going to get it. It's kind of for later. But I'm also getting good experience. So, and no, I haven't worried about putting in points yet. We're going to do that in a second. Sorry, stamina in this game is a big one. When you run out, you can't do much. If I were worried about being attacked, which I'm not, we saw the wolf back there. Cave. Later. I need more oxite, so I will hunt that down. I notice my oxygen's about, it's getting down to half. My water's down to half, but the lake is right there in the distance. So I'm not too worried about it. If I were stuck on, say, a portion of the biome where there was no lake, where I had no, okay, almost every mine in the game has water in it. Almost. Sometimes even in a frozen biome, if you go deep enough into some of the mines, they have water in them. In which case you can drink that water. It's no different than drinking lake water. There's no big difference there. Nodes that are buried inside others, well, you're We're just going to have to dig both of them out. And, of course, stamina is an issue. So, as I get myself towards this lake, I think I've got enough oxide. I'm just going to smack this one out a little bit more. If I need some more, I'll get some. I'll come back later. Okay. So, out of stamina. Okay, gathering more. I'm just holding my F key down as I'm walking through the woods here. Oh, having corn is good. Cornfield, by the way. In which case, let's search around on the ground. Notice I'm not grabbing any of the stalks. Method to my madness is, if I grab a stalk, the stalk is gone. Yay, second level. Okay, if I grab the corn ears off the ground, right, the stalks are still there. They will drop more ears, I can feed more, and I don't actually have to have a farm. Okay, so I'm going to set up shop here. I've gotten levels, in my crafting tree, in my tech tree. I strongly suggest you grab the campfire and the bandages. I'm going to show you in a minute why you're grabbing the bandages. Now, from there, I would get a knife. You can defend yourself with a stone axe, but a stone axe does 27 to 30. A knife does 45 to 50. Much better. So, we're going to craft ourselves the knife. We're going to craft ourselves a campfire. And then, remember all that fiber that we picked up? Okay, go to bandages, go to max, 26. Now, I want you to watch, as I'm making those bandages, okay, I'm getting 80 experience per bandage. Bit of a hack. I'm going to deploy my campfire. I'm going to chop a tree down. Trees aren't bad, but there's a stump. Stay away from the stump. Just at the beginning of the game here, a tree will get you 100 points to chop each portion of the tree. If you watch my experience, you'll see 100 point experience going by each time I chop up a section of this tree and buck it up. The stump is worth the same, by the way. Stump is worth 100 as well. But a stump will take you many, many more times the hits to get that stump down to a reasonable size. So, cooking the carrots. Notice I haven't actually hunted anything yet. In any of the queues, in a campfire, in a stove, in a smelter. The first item that you have will be the one you cook. Now, why did I want carrots? Well, because they're 75 stam. That's it. That's the whole. 75 stam, 50 stam. So now my stamina is way up. Now I need meat. If I can find a watermelon and some pumpkin, I will. You'll notice there's reed flowers. Harvested for medicinal resources. Okay, great. No, fantastic. Wonderful. I don't have the bench yet. So I'm not going to bog down my inventory with stuff like that because I just don't see the sense. So as I'm dancing around through this bush, I am harvesting more. And I still got the bandages going. Harvesting, harvesting, harvesting. As soon as the bandages stop, which they did, I want you to go down. I want you to destroy those bandages. What? Yeah. Okay, you're getting 200 fiber back for each bandage. And it's going back into your inventory. And then you max out the bandages again. And you craft. Meanwhile, you're still collecting. And you want to get more fiber. Now, you might pick up stuff as you're going, like a lily. Toss it. Oh, soybeans. Oh, toss it. Oh, wheat. Toss it. Not good. Useless for you. While we're in here, our O2 is getting down. So, this was the whole reason for farming oxide. Consume the stack. Put the rest in here. You're now up on your oxide. Water is very simple.
Before you start building, you need to hydrate.
Yeah, no doubt, Saul.
Here in the
Okay.
terror zone, the
So
water's
I'm going to
pretty
do this
clean.
until I get
Fish don't seem
the
to
dysentery
mind it.
buff, just so that you don't freak out when you get it. Oh, come on. This water's not that clean. There is a debuff you can get. Wow. There it is. Okay. So let's check that out. Now here's how you see what things you have running on you is you go to your inventory. So I got a berry buff, I got the barbecue carrot buff, I've got cooling because I drank water. Water will give you the -10 temperature. Nice to have in the desert. Be careful with it in the forest or the frost biome or the winter biome. Okay. Dysentery. Contaminated water is giving you the runs. Food nourishes you less. Counter with antiparasitics or wait it out. Okay, so just -50% nutrition from food. So don't eat. Yeah, I know it sounds like it's a simple fix. It is. Don't eat anything. You're not getting food value from what you're eating, so don't eat. I'm still got 3 points available to me, so I'm going to go bow, arrow, and I should be good. I'm going to keep the other point. Okay. Now, back to destroy the bandages. Destroy the bandages. Come on. Craft up some more bandages. Max it out. 9. Okay, you're getting diminishing returns on how many, because when you destroy an item and get it back, you're only getting half of the resources that you put into it back. The other good thing about a campfire is that it works as a storage. So I'm going to take my barbecued carrots. Cooked corn. -10 stamina consumed by actions. Not bad. 75 stamina. Okay. Alrighty. I'm going to put some carrots back in there. I'm also going to use one of the spaces for holding sticks. I do not have enough for another campfire, so I'm going to make one. Except this campfire is not going to be for cooking. Stone is a wonderful thing in this game. It allows you to store items inside campfires, and later on we will be getting, in the trick tree, we will be getting this fire pit. Fire pit holds a lot more than a stone, than a campfire. And we use these as storage because if a storm comes by right now, well, I really don't want anything that I've collected to get destroyed. So I'm going to put all of my stick and that sulfur in there, the fiber, and, well, I really don't like lighting campfires with sticks. Actually, you know what? Hang on. Let's show you why. Down at the bottom, you'll see the different fuels that go into a campfire. Look how fast that fiber, I mean, that is just, you'll be chewing through your fiber in no time. Okay, not good. Sticks. Okay, not bad. Okay, yeah. It's a little fat, a little about half. I don't know. You can calculate it if you wish. So instead of, I use wood to begin with. Much slower. Much. Now, there is a thing called refined wood. You get it out of the carpenter's bench. That's later. I personally wouldn't burn refined wood. Just don't make it. Coal, to me, is the best. I don't have any. I could go grab some and show you. You know what? Hard to get. That happens in certain biomes, certain missions. So you don't even have to look at that. I'm going to deactivate that. I'm going to keep my oxide. I'm going to keep the sticks. Okay, I got everything I need. Off I go. Before I go anywhere, I need more fiber. Yep, just hold the F key down and walk through the forest. The beginning of this game is a lot of this because I'm getting you to build the bandages for the level. You're going to be going through a lot of fiber at the beginning of the game. It kind of means that you're going to be farming everything under the sun in here, which means checking your inventory quite often and throwing out stuff like lilies. Gathering food isn't a bad thing. A lily's useless to you right now. There's no point in keeping it. They're not that hard to find, as I just found 4 lilies in front of me. So they're not that hard to get. It's not an impossible thing to farm. You will be getting a lot of sticks and stuff. So we're getting 10 experience each time I gather on the ground. And I'm going to make a bow. I can craft 7 arrows, really. Okay, well, let's go tap some more rock. You'll notice that everything you do in the beginning of the game is basically farming. Farm. But this is how you get your experience. This is how you get a bunch of materials for what you're going to need. How many can I do? 21, sounds good to me. Back to the bandages, max 9, there we go. Let's put the bow in hand and continue to farm. What I'm looking for now is an animal. I'm going to open my map. I'm going to tap, double tap, right here. I'm going to put up my red mark because I'm red. Whatever you come up, it's probably red. But I'm going to, you can double tap. You can get rid of it. You can double tap again. So you can put marks on the screen. Now this will appear. You notice it up in the top in the compass. That is where my home base is. This, I don't know. I can get lost in the bush. It's not impossible. But I'm going to go to the far end of this lake. I'm going to get some oxide on my way. Oxide is a good thing, especially in the beginning of the game. If you look at my inventory, I'm already down to 40. 50 is the max stack. So I'm already down to 40. I'm still living on vegetables and fruit. I need to get some meat in my diet. Oh, broken. Okay. So, good example as to why you always keep rock on you. Because you will need to repair stuff. That means your stone knife, your stone everything. And stone is the worst. It has the least durability. It's not going to last you very long. I'm going to get a stack in a bit. Just to keep myself in oxygen. And level up again. Notice at the first, till I get to 5th level. Okay, and there's a reason. If we look at the talent tree. Oh, rabbit. Rabbit, 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 rabbit. Goodbye, rabbit. Oh, and there's another rabbit. Goodbye, rabbit. Skinning a rabbit, hold the F key, have your knife in hand, hold the F key. And we got our first fur. I'm going to take the bone as well. And I'm going to leave the other rabbit. Yes, I'm sadistic. No, there's a reason for it. And I'm going to mine out the rest of this oxide real quick. I'm going to put my bow in hand. Actually, I'm going to switch these two. I can't repair that. Will that attract... I'm looking for a wolf, folks. Wolves like dead animals. And the way to attract one is you kill an animal, stand off. I am holding down my control key so that I am stealthed. And I'm wondering if this ploy works with a rabbit. It might not. The carcass might not be big enough to attract a wolf. I'm going to have to deal with some rain. That rainstorm does not look that nasty. Oh, there we go. First contestant. And come on, buddy. Jump the other one. And second contestant. Okay, now we have wolf carcasses. So we skin those real quick before we get anybody else showing up. I broke that. I should have got some rock. Come on. I only need a few. There's 2, there's 4, good enough. Quickly go fix this. Go back to my knife. I'm just checking the... Okay, don't see anybody. I'm going to do the rabbit because it's been there longer. You'll see a timer on these. The decay rate. So it's at 90%. I've got lots of time. So I'm going to back off. Go back to my little perch. And I'm going to wait. So far, I've gotten 8 fur. Wolves are your best fur. Rabbits will give you 1 or 2. But a wolf will give you a lot more. Right at the beginning of the game, it's already 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I probably could have done this a bit faster, but I was gabbing. You want to get 20 fur in the beginning of your game. So this is how you do it. You set up an animal that just sits there. And here comes the sun. So my storm exposure is getting a little worse. Oh, a goat came to water himself. I'm just going to leave him there for now, because I thoroughly expect a wolf to show up here real quick. I'm getting storm exposure, but I'm not too worried because you'll notice the sunshine coming in the upper right-hand corner. Okay. Clouds are going to go away. If you get max storm exposure, you will start to get damaged. I'm right beside a lake, so I'm going to feed. And I got charred corn, my veggie diet, veggies and fruits. You'll notice now I also have meat on me, which is now starting to spoil. So 500 seconds and 435 until spoil. But I really want a wolf to come by. Okay, so I'm going to go get the wolf carcass. I'm going to repair that real quick. Let me get this wolf carcass real quick because it's getting... I don't want to leave it here. Leave it for too long, it will disappear. So we're going to use the goat that just nicely came by and decided to water himself. And I'm trying to attract, yet again, another wolf. The sunshine's coming. I do have storm exposure, so while I'm waiting, let's see if I can quickly show you that. Negative 30 movement speed, negative 10% experience gained. It's not a very nice buff, debuff. But you'll notice the sun, the clouds are going away, the rain is going to stop, and now my storm exposure is starting to go away because I don't have any shelter. So what I could do is walk up to this rock. Might as well show you this neat little trick real quick. We whack ourselves a little hole in the rock, and we go inside. You'll notice that storm exposure is going away real quick now. Okay, because I'm in a rock. So if you're stuck out in a bad storm, this wasn't a bad storm, so I wasn't too worried about it. You can poke yourself a hole in a big rock and then just hide in the hole. It works. Until you get stuck in the rock. Okay. We are not attracting another wolf. That is a bummer. Oh, yes we do. Okay. Okay, where's this goat at? 75%. So I'm going to grab the wolf. You can use an axe or a pickaxe to gather the bone. You do want to gather the bone. I don't think there's a difference between 15 fur. I need 5 more fur. No. Goats don't, and chamois is a goat. Goats don't usually give you too much fur. 1 or 2. Come on. Where's my next wolf? Looks like I didn't have to. Okay, so now I laid out my carcass. I basically used it as bait to get wolves to come at me. I got my 20 fur. Okay, we're going to take that out. Oh, that's not cooked well. Oops. Come on. Oh, lots of barbecued carrots. Alrighty. So let's get some meat on the Barbie. Okay. So, meat. Now, you'll notice that cooked meat has 75 maximum health and 20 health regeneration. Cooked meat is your best at this stage in the game. I hazard to use the word best. That's the wrong word. It is 100 food when consumed, so even if you're down at like really low on your food bar, and it's 20 health when consumed, you have to watch how many buffs you have running. So right now, I have 3 food buffs running. The berries, the barbecued, and I can't click on this and get rid of them, by the way, so I have to let them time out. which is why I'm not going to eat any of that right now. But I am going to move the stringy meat to the front. One, because I've only got 220 seconds before it spoils. I don't really want any of it to spoil. I have far too many vegetables and stuff right now anyways. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you. The stringy meat, which you get from the wolves, there's other meats in the game. White meat. I can't even remember all the meats that are in the game. And I don't think this is going to show me. Yes, it will. So there's cooked giant steaks, but that's both in the cooked prime meat department. There is gamey meat, which is still in the cooked prime meat department. You'll notice the buff below. So whether you're cooking a fatty T-bone, a giant steak, or a gamey meat, you're still getting the cooked prime meat. Same thing with this stringy meat that I have. It's cooked prime meat. So those four are the same. Cooked soft meat, still the same. Cooked prime meat. Cooked prime meat. But bacon, bacon's different. So if you can find yourself a boar, then you'll get bacon. You notice the 15 experience gained? Yeah, kind of nice. So I don't have those at my disposal, and I know I don't in this where we're at. So I'm not even gonna worry about it. Now, we are at the point where it's 5:47 in the evening. I need to make a bed. I can't as yet because I need to take the bedroll. I can't go into a cave without a torch. Now here's the reason why I'm going to go with the cave. I have 3 points available. I could go all the way down this tech tree, but I can't get wood beams until level 5. I am not going to waste my time on thatch. I strongly suggest you don't waste your time on thatch. If a light little wind comes by, it blows down your thatch building. Horrible, man. You spent all that time making it, and it gets blown over by the simplest of storms. So, kind of nasty that way. I'm going to quickly gather a bit of stone, and then I'm going to head off to this cave that I know is right here because I checked my Icarus intel map, and that's why I picked this body of water, is because I know I have that right near me. I need wood. I have my 25. Do I have wood in here? Yes, I do. 32. Good enough. So I know it's over here. Before I get there, I'm going to craft myself a torch because I'm going to grab it on the tech tree. So now we have a torch. I'm going to build the campfire on my way. Now, on your bar down below, you'll notice you have 1 through 10, an L and a G. The L is your light. Press the L key, and you will light up and unlight your torch. A lot of times, these have a rock covering that you have to chew your way through before you can get inside. I personally crouch at this point in time. You'll notice that if I get out and I stand up, I can't walk in. Okay. So, although in this map it's not going to become prevalent, it's not going to matter, bears can't make it in to a cave that you do this to, which means you can use it as a refuge, if you wish. And once again, leveled up. Very cool. Okay, into the cave I go. Out comes my bow, because now we have worms to deal with. Don't freak out. You're about to get poisoned. It's not the end of the world. You need 3 shots per with a stone arrow. But once you get those 2 guys, you're probably pretty good. I'm going to just go deeper, make sure. Yeah, no, okay. And there's a 3rd guy. You aim for the open mouth. And like I said, I'm poisoned. Not the end of the world. Yes, I'm losing hit points, but ta-da, we have meat. And you'll notice that I'll gain meat. I'll gain health back when I eat said meat. So, back to near the beginning, and I have my campfire. And I have my bedroll. And I do not have a lacerated wound to use the basic bandage. You will see that. It'll be a red debuff that'll go here. It has a certain icon. If I can, I'll show that to you later, but there's no reason in using the bandages. So, once again, I got the inventory room, destroy them, go back to crafting, go back to bandages, max them out, make 9 more. In the meantime, I'm going to lay my bed. Not right next to the fire, but pretty close.
That's up to you.
Activate the fire. It is past 1800 hours. So, sleep. Sleeping in this game happens in seconds. While I'm here and while the bed is down, I'm going to hold the F key to make it my home. If I were to die, this is where I would respawn. Otherwise, it's a random respawn. Random respawns kind of suck. You really don't want to do that. I'm going to deactivate this because I don't really want it going. I might as well throw a few things into it that I don't need. We're going to keep the bone for right now. You know what? Let's see. Can't. I need 5th level. So I'm going to go do my bandage trick. And I'm going to get rid of a couple things so that I got the... Oh, no, not the stone. Let's get rid of the corn. Charred corn. Keep the sticks and get rid of 10 of those. Okay. So, crouch when you get out. The crouch key is the control key, by the way. Okay. So you're going to have to crouch to get out of here. Now, we're 7 o'clock in the morning, and we want to continue gathering. If you are low on food at this point because you, for whatever reason, didn't get enough out of the wolf, you could go farming fish. I might as well show that to you. Just let me get a bunch more fiber because I want to... Basically, the bandage trig is the best for right now. I mean, yeah, it's diminishing returns. Yes, you have to keep farming. And the best way to farm fiber is with a sickle, but we can't make a sickle quite yet. So I'm just going to do it all by hand. A sickle gathers you more stuff per use, like per pressing of the... It's a mouse key instead of the F key, but if you compare how much fiber I'm getting picking it up by hand and how much I would get with a sickle, the difference is huge. Even with a bone sickle, the difference is still huge. Okay. So checking my inventory, I'm going to get rid of that because I don't need the lilies. I don't need them. Not opposed to picking up stones when I do. Come on, fiber, 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 fiber. I'm waiting for it to get a little lighter, by the way, because I don't really want to jump into the lake when it's dark. So I got 41 stone. That's good enough. Let's go check out the campfire, see how the meat's doing. Okay, we got lots of stringy meat, lots of meat. And I'm going to check my buffs. I'm almost... Oh, so well rested. Might as well show you this one. Well rested is a really good buff. You get it from sleeping. You will get a better buff if you use better beds. So as soon as you can go beyond the bedroll, in the upper tiers you'll find real beds. Make a real bed. They're well worth it. Well worth the expense of the bed. It's some wood and stuff. It's really not a big deal. So, back to bandages. Destroy them all. Crafting. Grab more bandages. Ooh, I got 21 this time. Okay, so we're going to go make some more bandages. I am level 4. Now, lakes. 2 kinds of fish. 1, the kind that won't hurt you, and 2, the kind that will. You have 2 ways, actually 3, but I'm not going to spend the tech tree to make the wood spear. Yes, I have 5 points available. I am saving them. Notice how many things around here have level 5. Okay, so I'm saving my points. There's a reason for it. You can get away with hunting. I'm going to fix all my stuff. You can get away with hunting with a bow. And I'm going to craft a few more arrows. What can I do? 35. Let's go 15 and keep 20 on me. Go. When you jump into this water, one, it's going to get cold. You're going to get the cold buff. When you drink from water, you immediately get the temperature buff. So you get a -5 degrees to your temperature. When you're wet, you get -10 degrees to your temperature. And you could, don't freak out by it, you could see an icicle shape. Knife in hand. Like I said, 2 different kinds of fish in here. There's the kind that'll swim away from you. Okay. Ah, and there he is. Let's see if I can show you his teeth. See his teeth? See those teeth? Where is he? Yeah, see those teeth? Okay. So everybody in this game calls that a piranha. Okay. We all call them the same thing. It's a piranha. Now, we could call them Oscars, but Oscars are a different color. If a fish swims near you, yes, you can stab it. Most of the time, you're waiting for piranhas. If they bite you, and I'm going to let them next time I get one coming at me. Okay, here we go. Come on, buddy. Chew, chew, chew. No, he didn't do it. Come on. Come on. Look at those teeth. Chew. Come on. There we go. Okay, I'm going to kill him. Now, I'm going to swim away a little bit. I got 175 seconds. This is important. I'm getting damaged. Now, I'm not getting damaged very much. Might as well grab that guy on my way. Okay. So it's poison like any other. Poison is the same as the cave poison. Now, venom slowly drains health. Counter with anti-venom or wait it out. -10% movement speed. The -10% movement speed never goes up. But the stack, if I were to have too many of these guys bite me, I don't really care how many hit points I have. I am going to die. So, when fishing, you switch between bow and knife. You can get nipped a couple of times. Not a big deal. I might see if I can show it to you. Just so you can see 2, maybe 3. And then you're going to want to get out of the water. But in the meantime, you're fishing. Not seeing any more piranhas. Oh, there he is. Okay, so I got 2 nips. Come on, give me a third. There's no, that's still 2. Come on, buddy. I'm just doing this to show you. Come on. I mean, normally I would kill this guy, right? But what I'm trying to show you is it's not the end of the world. Now you'll watch my health bar. I got 3. Here comes 4. Now I'm starting to get injured. Now it's starting to hurt. Where did he go? There he is. Okay, I'm not going to wait for another one. Now I'm starting to get hurt. Now it's starting to really detrimentally affect me. So I'm going to farm a bit. I'm going to head back to my camp. I'm looking at my little diamond up the top in the compass bar. Come on. No? Okay. Let's get you. This is going to be fish for forever now. Because I got like 18 fish. Where are you? Come on. There we go. You can get your arrows back. I'm not too worried about it because they're stone arrows. They're nothing. Okay. So you'll notice at 4 bites, okay, it's still -10 movement speed, but yeah, well, it's starting to affect me. You get too many of these, you will die. You will not be able to come back from it. So I'm going to counter what I can with food. And which one do I want? The berry, the projectile damage, or do I want to wait for fish? Lots of barbecued carrots. Let's wait for a fish. So what I'm waiting for, I got 2 food buffs right now. I got the cooked meat and the cooked prime meat. Okay, so I'm getting 75 max health. I'm getting 20 health regeneration. I'm getting the cooked prime meat for 100, 150, 20, and 5 experience gained. And if you're wondering where all your buffs are, they're right here under stats. And if you are really, really ambitious, you can click this show more button And guess what? Yeah, you have fun with this screen. That is everything that's affecting you. That's everything that's in this game. I've looked at it over the time. One thing it doesn't show you in here is how many spaces you have in your stomach. That changes depending in this game. Okay, hang on. I'm going to grab a fish. Okay, so 20 stam regen, 75 health. Yeah, okay, cool. Cooked fish. I'm going to go with a meat diet, and I'm going to skip the veggies. Okay, so you'll notice I'm not too worried. Let's go back to here. Yeah, let's close that, sorry. I'm not too worried about the 3 poisonings. You notice now that I've eaten my meat and I'm getting health regeneration, like 20% health regeneration there, 20 health regenerated per minute. The poison's not affecting me. Okay, so don't get freaked out jumping in the water. Don't get freaked out getting poisoned. Just make sure you have some cooked prime meat before you go, which is nice. You don't absolutely need it, because just straight cooked meat, which is the easiest meat to get, is probably enough to carry you through any, at least 4 or 5 poisonings. These guys, the piranhas, they'll keep coming. They're a constant spawn underneath there. In rain, your campfire will go away. Okay, it is what it is. It's good for storage. I'm going to store stuff. I don't need that many carrots. I'm going to get rid of the berries now. I'm going to throw that in the ground. And once again, I'm going to destroy my bandages. I would be doing this a little bit faster, because, I wouldn't be demonstrating how you can, go in the water and get 5 poison buffs. What I'm trying for is 5th level. We're getting there. So once again, as I'm running through the bush, I'm gathering. Gather all that stuff. Gather it all. I'm going to duck into the cave. Turn on my light. Duck down. Go into my cave. Pull out my bow. Yep, thought you were going to come by. And once again, I'm not that worried about the poison. I am going to check it for my arrow. I don't need the worm scale, so I'm going to actually throw that stuff away. You'll notice I'm not mining the ores and whatnot. I have no reason for it quite yet. Let's see if I got room for more fish in here. Grab the bone, activate that, cook my fish. So, now I'm at the texture. I really want to get to bone arrow. That's really where I want to get to. Bone arrow, and nothing wrong with the bone knife as well. More damage and more yield from skinning, because it's another 50% more when you skin. I want the bone arrows because it's 54 to 60 projectile damage, whereas the stone arrows are 31 to 35, so double the damage. You also get 10 critical damage, okay, which nice when you crit. In this game, pretty much headshots are a crit. Pretty much. You do more headshotting an animal than anything else. I'm just going to check my bandages. Destroy. Oh, come on. Hello. There we go. Max it out again. Craft some more bandages. What am I at? 4th level in a bit. Okay, well, the storm's pretty much gone. I got my fish a-cooking. Oh, I'm stuck on a stalagmite. Okay. And I also don't want to get pneumonia. I might as well show you this. Okay. And the big red. Come on, where is it? There it is. Okay, back to inventory. Oh. In a second. Come on. 3rd shot. Oh! Oh, my arrows. I only get 2 back. Oh, wow. Okay. So why am I not sticking around the cave? Inside this cave, there is this buff, underground. Negative 50% health regeneration. Negative 25% water consumption, which is nice, actually. That's a good thing. because you're not consuming as much water, but negative 33% maximum stamina. Oh. And if you stick around a cave too long, you will get pneumonia. I'm actually going to inflict myself with it so I can show it to you later. Right now, I want to get to level 5. So, in order to do that, once again, yeah, farm, farm, farm. We could be chopping trees. We could be mining. Turn off my torch here. We could be doing lots of things that could make us points. But if you remember, bandages, crafting, bandages, max. Bandages are 80 per. And you're gathering at 10 per on the resources. Mining will get you 30. Mining rock, mining ores, mining whatever will get you 30. So for time spent and trying to crawl up the first few levels as fast as you possibly can, I find bandages are the best way. The best, by the way, is if I can find you a patch. I probably... Oh, there you go. Okay. So these ferns right here. I'll turn on my torch so you can see them. They're low-lying. They're ferns. That will get you 8 fiber and 2 stick. This bush will get you 6 fiber. This tree will get you... Oh, sorry. 6 fiber. I did that too quick. It didn't disappear. So a tree will get you more stick. So, okay, 5 stick, 5 fiber. So the best are these low-lying fern plants that are on the forest floor. Those are the best for getting you the most amount of fiber. And if you are later on lucky enough to have a sickle, I know there's times when my wife brings her sickle with her. She has a loadout sickle, and she'll bring that sickle with her just so that we can get a lot of fiber right at the beginning of the game. It's a very useful item, not just for bandages, not just for leveling. I mean, later on, you're not going to be doing this. This is to get you through the first few levels here. Okay, otherwise this is not what you're going to do when you land on a planet. Sit here and farm up all the fauna sitting around your little base area. That's not what you're going to be doing. You'll be grabbing a bit of it, but the ghillie suit later on, if you go that way in the tech tree, the ghillie suit's really nice. Yes, you can hunt easier with a ghillie suit. That will help. It takes a lot of fiber to do that. Okay, so I got enough fiber. I'm going to start. Okay, 18. We're going to destroy these. So once again, we're back to this. 7 more in the queue. Okay. So I'm going to jump back in my little cave. Okay. Do I have wood? Yes, I do. Okay. So I should be hitting my... pretty quick here. That guy's in my way. Okay, there we go. Let me grab a... after I kill this guy. Shooting him right in the snout is the best place. But my bow and arrows don't do very much damage. And that is my issue with bow and arrows. There's my level. Okay. So... seeing as how it's nice outside, I'm not going to get pneumonia. No thanks. In the tree. So, a bone knife, a bone arrow. Now, I could get more. A fire pit would be nice. Okay. But down here, you want wood beam, wood floor, wood wall. You don't need anything else there. Now, having wood windows is nice. You don't need them. Having a door is nice. Absolutely. Makes the place look good. You don't need it. Having a balcony with some wood railing. Yep, this is all great stuff. You don't need it. I have 4 points. I'm going to get the ramp. And I'm going to come back here. And if I was fighting and getting damaged by the wolves, so if you're not very good at fighting wolves, if you, say, did not go bow and you can't, it takes a little bit to learn the bow. It's a bit of a learning curve. A suture kit. Sorry, coffee. A suture kit will help against what's called a deep wound. Basic bandages will help with bleeding, light lacerations. there is, I do believe it's called a laceration, is what that helps with. The other two on either side of this, although you can grab them, don't. A cooling bandage heals heat stroke. That's for the desert. A heat bandage heals frostbite. That's for the cold area. Don't grab those yet. We're not going there. We won't be going there. So, with my 3 points, I strongly suggest if we're going to be building a wood house, which is what we're going to do, because in the mission, that's what it wants us to tackle. You need to be able to fix that wood house, a hammer. You need to be able to get rid of fire, which is going to happen, possibly. So you need a fire whacker. Now on here, I would really love to show you the bone sickle so you can see what 100% yield from reaping plants is like. It's huge. It really is. You won't be spending all that time gathering if you had a sickle. But with 1 point left, I'm going to grab the fire pit. And there's a reason for it. So, I'm going to abandon my cave. Turn off my torch. We are back to, yes, grabbing some. But right now... Oh, a rabbit. I want my axe. And I'm going to get probably 3-4 trees. So I'll be right back after I get the 3-4 trees. And then we'll build a house real quick. And then we're pretty much done this one. You could continue, and you could continue to level. Or you could go to the next mission. I would probably suggest going to the next mission because you want to make money. It's real great for me who has lots of money to stand here and say, oh, you should level up to level 10. I think you want money. I think you want to start buying your own loadout gear. I think you want to start progressing in this game. And so this, I hope, has given you the fastest way to level in this first little mission. Is that a wolf? It is. Knife. Bow. Got him with the bow. I switched off my knife because I looked down at my knife and I noticed that it was damaged. I was negligent in my repairing of my knife. And if I would have tried to have a knife fight with that guy, I would have been in trouble. I would have been in deep trouble. Because I would have broken my knife in probably the second shot on him. And that would have been bad. Bad mojo. Okay, where's my tree? Okay. When playing this game, you want to have the sound up. I heard him before I saw him. Still gathering more stuff. I'm cleaning up the forest floor. 2 reasons. Easier to chop trees down when you notice how much of this I've cleared out. Yes, that's been all bandages and gatherings and whatnot for getting myself to 5th level. Come on. Now you notice I'm not going after the stumps. I already explained that a stump. Okay, so that one was 100. Oh, okay. I've got too much on me. We're going to consume that entire stack. So the tree is worth 100. The stump, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, holy 10, 11, 12 hits, 104 to chop the tree. I'm getting 4 experience from a food buff probably. They're worth, so 20 what? Strikes? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. 3 strikes. 3 strikes for 100 experience. 20 strikes for 100 experience. You don't get any more wood from it. Don't chop the stumps. Don't do it. Stick with the tree. You'll get all the wood you need. I'm full, so I'm going to leave that tree. I'm also overweight. So you'll notice I'm leaving all my stumps behind. I don't care. I am not here for the environment. Slight joke in Icarus, because none of us are. You can be environmentally friendly in this. But you're also, this isn't like, I don't know, Satisfactory, where you're ripping the planet apart. In this one, you're not. You don't really do much damage to the planet in this. So, where to build your house? I'm going to need to drop, you know what? I'll probably, yeah. Okay. that out of there. I'm just going to drop the twigs on the ground. Okay, there. Now I got a spot for that stuff. How many can I build? 17. I need 8. How many of these can I build? 32. I need 3, 6, 9, 12. That's just to start. Okay, so we can dump you there. And as soon as I start building the uprights. So to build a house, you need two things basically. To start, you need these uprights. There are some commands off on the right-hand side. Let me kind of run through them real quick. Rotate won't do anything with a upright in this position. Holding the R key, you'll notice it says variants. So the different variants on this is, and it'll show you when you go over it, a horizontal beam, a diagonal beam, and a vertical beam. Okay, well, we're going to stick with vertical beam. The other two is the reset grid. Now, I can't show you that right now, but I will show you one that they don't show you here. It's the page up, page down, where you can raise this up and put it down. If you're not happy with the level that this is at, you can use the page up and page down keys. But once you choose, and I'm gonna go there. Okay. Once you choose, you're now stuck to a grid. You notice that I'm not freely moving around. That's where the reset focus grid comes from. And you push that key. Okay. And now I'm off the grid. Okay, well, if you ever end up off the grid, because say you chose a different stack of uprights or something happens, it's really easy to get back on the grid by just going to one of your previously built somethings. And as soon as you clip to it, you are now back on the grid. Okay, so now that I'm on the grid, I am going to build. There we go. Basics of a house. I'm going to go one more out. Oh, that's too far. There we go. Okay, so there's the very basics of a house. I'm going to go to my platforms. Now, when trying to target with one of these, you'll notice that it's skipping all over the place. If I were to build down, let's go get that back. You notice that it's way down in the water and it's below the rock. If I were to press my button right now, I would lose that wood floor. It would be gone forever. So in order to stop this random, jiggling about, if you get yourself onto an upright, okay, because getting yourself in between the uprights is a little sketchy. You could end up, so you want to get on an upright. Get your mouse onto an upright. And you'll notice if you choose if you split that upright in half, if you choose the left half of the upright, you'll be on this half, the other. You see the point here? Okay, so let's choose that. As soon as you do that, you'll notice that a grid popped up. Let's not call it a grid because it's not really a grid. It's 4 spaces and a center. The center is not useful for you right now while you're building floors. The direction of this floor doesn't really matter. But if you want parquet floors, then you can make sure you get parquet floors. And yeah, if that's what you want for the flooring, you can do it. Have fun. I don't normally care, but I'm just doing it for example. Okay, so now we have the basics of a house. Well, not really. We need walls. So let's go back in. We need, if we count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 uprights. Now I'm trying to build as little as possible because, well, we don't need to have too much. As I'm building uprights, please pay attention to the upper left-hand corner. I am getting 32 experience every time I craft an item. Woohoo! Okay. You notice how the center changed as soon as I went to an upright. Okay. Circle. Square with 4. Okay. Each one of these quadrants, let's call them a quadrant, is useful for something. Let me show you what it's useful for. The outside one is for when you want to put an upright onto that corner of the flooring piece that you're targeting. Okay, so yes, I want to put those up there. That's my outside wall. I'm going to put a roof on to show you the other one. So you'll notice, like I said, when you're on a flooring, you get a circle. Let's switch. Okay, now I get this. Okay, well, I'll get rid of that one. The Y button will get rid of stuff for you, by the way. Okay, so if I go on to this, the same quadrant as I placed these, I will go up. Okay, if I go to this one, can you see it? If I stay on that one, that will go down. If I go to this one, it'll go down. So this is up, this is down. Pretty simple. Same thing here. If I placed it, you can't see it because it's kind of hidden. Okay. But if I get rid of that upright, if I place it here, it will go down. Here it will go up. Here down. Same. Down, up, down, up. It's the way the devs made the game. It's really great and awesome. And it helps you in your building if you watch and understand that that's the way they built it. So, something else to show you. Physics. For those of you who play Satisfactory, and if this was Satisfactory, I could build this all the way out, not have any support or anything underneath it whatsoever, and I could build it out huge, and nobody would care. And the game doesn't care for that matter. I'm going to put this meat in the barbecue because sorry, I gotta eat and whatnot. Okay, I'm gonna put that meat in the barbecue and get it cooking. That can get tossed. Okay, sorry. Brief, whatever. Okay, so let's see if we can show you this. Okay. There we go. So in this game, it's starting to crack. If I were to put any weight on that whatsoever, and you'll notice that it's yellow, that one's green, this one's yellow. So even though the next piece looks green, yeah, it's green to put it there, like it's a legal position for it. If you were to put it there, this would both fall apart. Now, I haven't damaged that piece, so I can still press the Y key and pick it up. But no matter what, if your piece starts to do that, you have gone too far. Now, all you need to do, once again, target the center for down. There we go. And the next piece is just fine. Okay, but green, yellow, it will tell you when you probably shouldn't put anything off of this piece because it's not stable. Very simple system in this for how to build, when to build, what to build. I'm going to make my house one piece bigger. Sometimes aiming the first upright is hard. So, if you wanted to, instead of trying to aim these, you could stand here, aim your two next ones. Then you notice I need uprights there, because if I don't, I'm going to be unstable. So, aim for that centerpiece, aim for that centerpiece, pick the right quadrant, and boom, boom, you've got yourself, you're now stable. Okay? You're going to want uprights off each of the flooring, just because. Now, you could skip one if you were going to do a big bay window, in which case that is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to show you a big bay window. So I'm going to continue to put uprights, and I need more wood. So, tree chopping. Drop that one on my head. And yes, contusions in this are a thing. There's actually a tonic called a blood thinning tonic that helps with contusions. You'll find it in the herbalism bench. And yeah, I've had friends drop trees on me in this game. It happens. I've dropped trees on my own head. It is what it is. Not too many other ways to get a contusion. Oops, I picked up a lily or so there's no real point, or did I? Oh, I dropped it on the ground. Oh well. I usually leave the reed flowers alone. I apparently picked one up when I was and dropped it on the ground. Anyway, I usually leave those alone. They're good in the herbalism bench later on. Oh, there it is. Sorry, it's in my hotbar. I don't really want it on me right now. It's taking up space. It's not something I need or want. Okay, so that all cooked. Alrighty. Well, we are going to... Splitting stacks. To split a stack, hold the shift key and drag the stack, and you'll split it. I only put 20 wood in there because I'm only cooking one raw meat. I'm going to put some corn in there. And cook up the rest of that corn because I'm running out of my veggies. Spoiled meat can go bye-bye. I got a lot of stick on me that I don't need. Okay, I'm going to take that because I want it. There we go. O2. You have to constantly be paying attention to your... Oh, hey, now that we found one. Silica, deep mining more deposit. If you followed me on the Icarus Intel map, I shut those off. You'd need a deep mining drill to get those. Oh, hey, cool. And a exotics deposit. Once again, you won't see these. This won't exist on your map because you haven't completed...
Surviving is about more than just nails.
I mentioned it at the beginning.
When
There's 2 missions you need to do for exotics.
you'll need to find
Once you do them, those exotic deposits will show up on all the maps. Which is why I get it. You won't see it. The exotics are a great thing. They're wonderful. They're good for later on. In this beginning mission, don't worry about it. But now you know what they look like. Off in the distance, there's a geyser. You can see it between the trees there. That is another way to gain exotics. So you're looking for outcroppings of rock. When you find these outcroppings of rock, you will find oxide. Alrighty, let's consume that stack. Put the rest there. We're good for a bit. Back to our cave. Come on, buddy. And it's about time I switched arrows. Okay, so under the crafting, you'll notice that I have a bone knife now, rather than this old stone one. So, I could have made this stuff before, and I probably should have. Destroy that. And I now have bone arrows. How many can I make? 50. That'll be enough. In order to switch ammunition in your bow, you're going to have to equip your bow. You press and hold the R key, and this is where you would choose your different ammo. Alrighty. Put a little meat on the Barbie. Sleep and get up. Okay. And you'll notice it's no longer 3 shots to kill those guys, it's 2 shots. Okay, well, I'm going to grab this for a second. Okay, so press the R key. Stone arrows, bone arrows. This is how you choose your different ammunitions, and you can have a 3rd ammunition that you can choose from. I can't remember what happens when you have 4 different ammunitions in your inventory. Oh, ran out of wood. Okay. And out we go. Turn off the torch. Go back to my house. And I still have to show you how to track an animal. I will do that in a second. We are back here at the hacienda. Walls 4. I'm going to need more wood. Okay. Now I'm going to destroy a bunch of those bandages, but not all of them now. We're getting to the point where, yes, I could continue doing the bandage thing. So, but I'm not going to. Walls. So once again, we're looking at this grid position, but now we have a rotate. So now if I rotate it so that the arrow is pointing outwards, the outwards is the outside wall. It's the outside of the wall. Then, once again, you get grids on the inside of this, and they all have a purpose. Okay. So if you want that to come around the corner, you go to the inside. If you want it to be on top, which then you see, okay, see where I'm going here. This would be the outside wall down below. So these are different ways to create with their walls. Now, if you hold the R key, you get a bunch of options. Once again, another wheel. I'm going to go with the double window and then the double window that direction. So remember, that's why I didn't put a beam in there. I'm going to make that a solid wall. Let's go with a windowed wall. Okay, and then I'm on a walls. But that big bay window is going to look pretty cool, you know, in my house. That's going to be... where do I want to chop wood down here? I cleared this nice area here for chopping wood, so I might as well come back here. Once again, still not going for them stumps. They can stick behind. In this game, as opposed to, say, something like Valheim, the stumps go away. I cannot see that tree. So you'll notice I had stumps out here, everybody. They were right around this area. I had already chopped some trees down. I'd left some stumps behind. Notice the stumps are gone. So stumps don't matter. They're not going to get in your way later on. They're not, it doesn't matter, really. They take a lot of time to chop them, and they don't get you any more wood, and it takes like 3 times the amount of time to chop them. So I would just stay away from them. They're not gonna jump up and bite you. Okay, so 1 ramp. Normally later on, this has a stairway option. It's locked for me because I haven't paid for it. So I'm going to choose the ramp rather than the roof. And simply by pressing the R key, you can choose whether it faces up or down using the grid. There we go. Entrance into the house. We're done. Under crafting, I have the fire pit. Need some more stone. Okay. Build one fire pit, please. Now, the reason I use a fire pit, it's twofold. I could have used this earlier. It's great storage. I mean, this is just super huge. Nice place to store all of your junk that you pick up along the way. It just works. It's awesome. I could have used it earlier. Absolutely. You know, no arguments. I need twigs for that. I can't get rid of all my... the second reason is a fire pit, one of these, campfire, can sometimes catch your wood on fire. Whereas a fire pit, I haven't seen it catch my houses on fire. I haven't seen them get damaged. I haven't seen any problems whatsoever from having a fire pit in a house. Beside that fire pit, I'm now going to put my bed. And basically I have built everything in this mission. And as such, oh, come on, you came out a little quick. Give me my arrows back. So that's pretty much everything in this mission that you need to tackle. Throw the corn out, that, grab that. Don't need the fire pit inside here anymore. You can pretty much carry on to the next mission now. Why would you want to stay? Okay, to level. Why would you not want to stay? Okay, well, and because you're not making any money. That's why. So even though this is a very basic setup, you can see even with the big bay window, even with no door, I can still sleep without a problem. No issues. It's not between 8 in the morning and 7 in the morning, so I won't actually sleep. Lots of room to cook your food. Lots of room to do whatever you need to in here. Then later stages, if this mission were to not be finished, then you have room in here to put crafting benches. In the tech tree, once we get to level 10, you'll be making a crafting bench from there. All sorts of things get created. This is a decent start. This will get you... Well, I've gotten to 6th level. I could get further. If I hadn't have been talking as much as I was, if I would have been gathering and doing the bandage trick, if I would have been, you know, plain and simple. If I would have kept with the bandages, I have a bunch of fiber sitting in the house there. If I would have farmed a little bit more, I could probably attain 7th or 8th level in this first instance and get everything done. If you liked it, leave me a note in the comments, and maybe I'll do one for the next mission. You know, carrying forward. I'll keep this guy, and I'll do one for the next mission that will carry you forward to, you know, 10th or 11th level. I mentioned showing you how to hunt. So let's see if I can't do that now on my way out the door. We keep the bone because it has uses. later on. Do I have enough oxite? Yes, yeah, I got enough. I need a bit of stone. Repair that, repair that, repair that, and now repair that. Okay, I'm going to take one last drink from the river or from the lake. Okay, there we go. I got food on me. Let's see if we can't. It's 9 in the morning or 10 in the morning. Let's see if we can't find an animal. I'm going to head back to my drop ship. And let's see if I can't. I'm going to show you how to track an animal. This will become important as you hunt. Not a rabbit. Okay. So I found myself a nice large deer. I'm going to hit him in the rump because I don't want to kill him. There we go. I hit him here on the ground. Ah, blood trail. Hold F to examine. Okay, that gives you a little arc of where that critically injured 15 seconds ago a deer was going this way. Alrighty. Ah, deer critically injured X seconds ago. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay, I can see my arc. I'm going this way. Well, I can see him off in the distance there. But same thing. Oh, there's my arc. Critically damaged 25 seconds ago. Okay. Oh, right here. Another blood splatter. Okay. So he's that way. Oh, and I scared him. Critically injured. Heading this way. Now I shot him from a distance. Just because I'm fairly decent with a bow. Getting to learn how to use a bow in this game is like any other game with a bow. Lead your target. Aim higher the further away you are. The arrows in this game have an arc. Other than that, practice, guys. Seriously. Folks, it just comes down to practice. There is a quest or a mission that you can do when you get further into the tree. I believe it's called Pot Shot. And it'll allow you to... it's got a bunch of targets and some target dummies and some moving bear-looking things that give you some practice in your archery. Now, whether you choose to, in the talent trees, go with a gun guy, go with a stabby knife guy, or a pokey, whatever, spear guy, depending on, it doesn't matter which way you go. Okay. I, myself, and this is just my thinking, I'm always going to go with a bow. Even if I have a gun guy, I'm still going to start the game with a bow. Because you're better off to shoot the deer, the bear, off at a distance, and then it's not that hard to, while you're crouched, while you're stealthed, I mean, you can click your keys up top and switch between knife and whatnot, and then when the thing gets to you, back up and stab it. Okay? If you hold down your attack button, you will continue to, you don't have to click each time you want to attack with a knife. But watch your stamina. I'm doing this for a reason. Watch your stamina go down. Okay. So one thing I did not cover in this was your talent tree. Solo talents, regular talents. Regular talents you will always have. Once you get them, once you put them in, they're always there. They always work. Solo tree, this talent tree only functions when playing solo. It is my personal opinion, and you'll notice I didn't take any of this for a reason. You don't need it. Did you notice? I was able to do the mission. I was able to attack things. I was able to defend myself without taking any of this. Could I have gotten places faster? Yes, by taking maximum stamina. Would I be in better health by taking health? Yes, I would. I'm one for taking stamina, health, and movement speed. To me, those are your three most important. So, once again, movement speed, health, and stamina. Now, I got more points here. So, some things to think about would be later in the game, you're going to need to unlock the ability to turn wood into sticks. It is nice, not needed right at the beginning. you don't have a lot of purpose for a lot of sticks. But you do have good reason for weight capacity, for lessening your over-encumbrance penalty. There are characters I don't take this on. There's characters I do take this on. It just seems to be a wishy-washy 6 of one, half dozen of the other. There's a lot of things in here that would be nice. Yes, less water consumption. But water's not that impossible to find. Less food consumption. Yes, but food is not impossible to find. Oxygen. You notice I got close a couple of times. I just walked off in the bush, found a rock, and smacked some oxide. So do I really want to waste the points? Well, how many points do I get? 60. You will get to 50, level 50, and you will stop. By the time you get there, you get 60 points. That's it. That's all you get. I could show you obscene numbers of builds. I'm not going to. I'll show you what I take. At the beginning of the game, I take health, I take stamina, and I take movement speed. And that is all I take. I do not take additional butchering. I don't take creature bones, food spoiling, any of them. Under habitation, you got repairing tools, building, and husbandry. Husbandry has to do with the taming of animals. If you're playing with multiple characters, if you're playing with multiple people, it is an awesome idea for each person to take on a role. Now that's going to depend on how many people you have as to how that dynamic's going to work. If you have one person, you're going to need to be able to do it all. Okay? Which means, you'd love to take wood hauling so that you can lessen the carry weight of, say, stone buildings, seeing as how stone to me is the best. Concrete, a little out of range. You will almost always build stone buildings. You won't always build concrete. If you want a quick shelter, and are later on in the game, you will use glass. You will not use wood, stone, because glass is very light. Is it really nice to have less wear rate? Yes, it is. Is it really nice to have stamina regeneration? Oh, man. Yeah. And a lot of times I will actually take increased stamina regeneration. But, once again, that's time and patience. If you wait, you'll get your stamina back. If you don't have the patience or you want to move faster, work quicker, ready to work is a good one. Everything else in this, if you are solo, I highly doubt you're really going to want to take any of it. To be honest, I don't think so. Under the combat, if you are solo, you are going to pick one of the trees. To me, each one of them bears its own argument. The only problem is firearms. You will not get them till later in the game. Bows you can get immediately. And so you can get faster reload speeds. One of the ones in here that I like is crafted objects will gain the durable 2, meaning crafted bows have increased durability. When I make a bow with my bow guy, my bows don't degrade as fast. Very nice to have. There might be 2 of them. Who knows? 10% chance to craft additional arrows when there's a whole sorts of benefits. I'm not going to run through it all. That would take me forever. To me, you have to choose, though, as to what kind of character this guy's going to be, whether he's going to wield a spear and go melee, blades go melee. There is an argument for each and every one of these trees. Under survival, you're going to want a few things. I strongly suggest you look through this, and I strongly suggest you go look at a bunch of YouTubers. There are people that have delved deep into your spec. I personally am not going to go there. That would take hours of my time. And in the end, no matter what I say, people will agree and disagree with me. So I'm going to give you the basics. At the start of the game, you want health, you want movement speed, and you want stamina. That is a very simple. And to me, which one's the most important? Okay, well, did you notice me getting down in health? Huge. No. Did you notice me running out of stamina all the time? Yes, you did. Did you notice my movement speed? You didn't really notice it. So, stamina. Over here in the habitation under ready to work is one is another one. That's your regen. So when I get more points and I'm higher level, I will be going into habitation, repairing. I don't know why it's in repairing. I think it's because you use a hammer to fix your stuff. I never get anything else in repairing. So to finish the conversation about if you're playing with multiple people, I play with my wife. I have summon resources for resource gathering, such as higher weight capacity. I got both of them, so I have 40% weight capacity. I get the over encumbrance penalty so that I'm not, I can go load myself up in a mine and come back. I got the lumber yield because I wanted unlock turning wood into sticks. It's a nice thing to have so that you don't need a bench to do it for you. And then all the way down to Lucky Strike. 1% to instantly break mineral and ore deposits while mining. This is kind of important. It's really nice to have. If you smack a very large rock and get 800 rock from it, 800 stone, you get all the experience for it. Kind of nice. I don't see anybody carrying that many exotics that you would really want to waste points. And yes, I am going to call it a waste. You only get a certain amount of points. Once you are out of points, you're out of points. Carry weight of exotics. I would rather have the 25% over encumbrance penalty, have the ability to carry any object, than restrict myself to just exotics. Restrict myself to, where's the other one? Carry weight of stone. I would get carry weight of stone if I needed to go beyond it, you know, to get more yield from mining, to find additional resources while mining. You do not want this one. I tried it once. Really, it was no good. There comes a time in the game where you don't need stone. So now you're giving yourself a 10% chance to find additional stone. When I first looked at this, I didn't see the point where it said receive stone. So as you can tell, I could go on for hours in this tech tree, in this talent tree, I mean. Okay, and that doesn't even come anywhere close to the tech tree as to what you should and shouldn't be taking in the beginning of the game. I got you to 6th level. I got you the most important stuff. Suture kit would be an argument if you're getting damaged. You need the basics for building a house, just the basics. If you are a higher level than me, great, fantastic. An oxidizer is nice, okay, but not needed because you can always just put oxide right into your inventory and it works. Okay. I'm going to let you go here. If you guys want something else, I mentioned getting you up to 20th level. I've noticed from the timing on this is taking way too long. For me to go through everything that's to be done, for me to go through all the stuff that's in there, it's going to be hours and hours of doing stuff. Hours of just me sitting here talking to you. That doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm going to keep this character. I mentioned not wanting to keep this character. I've decided I'm going to keep this character. If I get comments down below and you want to see me take this guy from 6th level to, say, 10th or 12th in the next mission, drop a line. Drop me a like. You know, subscribe to the channel. Help me out. Helps the channel out. Other than that, you have a good day,